Successful and educated women are having a really hard time in today's dating world. Don't believe me? You can hear it from women directly.
The more educated and financially stable a woman is, the least likely she is dateable to most men.
Something I've observed in my matchmaking business is that women who are smart, independent, and successful tend to struggle the most in their dating lives. And I believe this is because of hypergamy.
This is what she is referring to. Most women will not date a man that earns less than her. In her mind, it's settling. That statistic by itself is fine, but here's the consequence of that rule. The more successful a woman becomes, the fewer men she considers acceptable. That's not my opinion, it's basic math. If she makes $60,000 a year, most men are still eligible. At $250,000, she's filtered out nearly all of them. By $500,000, she's looking at a fraction of the top 1%. And that is before factoring in other factors: height, personality, looks. Once you factor those in, the pool shrinks even further. But there's another problem to add to the mix. As her success rises, so does her ego. Because she achieved something in life, she believes that this raises her value and now she deserves the best of the best. But here's the disconnect. The kind of man who matches her success isn't looking for the same things. She sees her income as a value add, he sees it as irrelevant. And that is the part that most women don't know or choose to ignore. Men and women look for completely different things in a partner. Women value a man's status, income, strength, and ability to provide. But women today assume wrongly that men value the same. That's why the internet is filled with memes like this. Men will literally choose a shy, polite, soft woman with zero achievements over an arrogant career woman. A woman's accomplishments don't increase her value to a man, and you can prove this in real life with this analogy. If Leonardo DiCaprio worked at McDonald's, he wouldn't be dating supermodels. But if a woman who had the looks of a supermodel worked at McDonald's, she could still marry a billionaire. The rules are different. And yet women keep leading with the things men don't care about: their degrees, income, and possessions. Just look at this comment. A six-figure salary that comes from a self-owned business, single mother raising a daughter while owning rental property and a farm. Where's my match? And this is why they reach success and sit there confused, thinking their achievements should be bait for a man. Meanwhile, the men at the top that she's chasing are not necessarily chasing her. Then there is the classic cope. Men are intimidated by strong, independent women because they can't offer anything you don't already have, and they can't manipulate you. Sounds empowering, but it's not the truth. It's a comforting lie. All relationships are built on mutual need. They work when both people feel valued, when each brings something the other wants. But hyper-independent women send a different message. I've got it all handled. You're optional. And that's the problem. Men don't want to feel like accessories. They need to feel that their efforts matter. When a man no longer feels useful, the relationship loses meaning for him. Imagine working somewhere where your contribution doesn't matter. Would you stay or look for a job where you're actually needed? This gets worse when she throws it in his face. I don't need you. I can do it myself. I built all this without a man. A weak man might tolerate that, because to him it means if she's stepping up, it means that he doesn't have to. But masculine men, the very ones women want, won't. If he doesn't feel needed, he won't feel drawn to her. Some women try to bypass this by saying, I don't need a provider. I've already got the money. But you can't change the rules and expect men to play by the same role. If providing and leadership is wired into him, stripping that away leaves him with no place in the relationship. You say you want a real man, but then take away everything that makes him feel like one. Because at the core of any real connection, a man needs to feel valued for what he brings, and hyper-independence kills that. But there's something else that comes with the strong and independent woman that hinders her in relationships. It's her energy and her attitude.
A lot of the times we attach, our experiences to our accolades. And I think in real life, a lot of the issue that some of us have as Black women, and I can speak from a place of experience, isn't the fact that we're successful. It's the fact that sometimes our energy and our attitude with that success be sorry, but it's the truth. A lot of the times it's, I don't need this, I don't need that, I'm an independent, I get my own. That's cool, baby, get your own. They love that in real life, but they still want to feel like, oh, Daddy, I love you. Daddy, I need you. Daddy, I appreciate you. They still want to feel like that. So I think that sometimes we be so quick to say, they mad because I'm getting money, mad because I got a degree. They not mad at that. They want that. They want a partner. They mad at the energy that comes with that sometimes.
This is what so many women don't realize. Men are attracted to a woman's softness, nurturing, and care. He wants to feel the warmth of her love. He does not want a competitor or a rival, and unfortunately most strong and independent women posture themselves in a way that just turns men off. But most will avoid any self-reflecting or take any accountability. And this narrative is further supported by her girlfriends, and they tell her the same comforting script. He's just insecure. He's intimidated by your success.
And I think a lot of the times we need to know the difference between independence and hyper-independence.
Yes.
Independence, you on your own. Hyper-independence is a trauma response.
Bingo.
This trauma response she's describing comes after a pattern. They've been hurt, let down, abandoned. Maybe by their father, maybe by an ex, maybe by years of failed relationships. So they make a vow. I will never depend on a man again. It sounds like strength, but it's really a wall built to protect her from ever getting hurt again. And like anything built for protection, it comes with a cost. That wall of independence kills intimacy. Because how do you get emotionally close to someone who walks around saying, I don't need you? Men are drawn to a woman's softness, her warmth, her care, and her vulnerability. Not weakness, but the kind of vulnerability that creates emotional openness. The ability to let him in, to share, to receive love without fear. This is the power of her femininity that men are seeking. But while that outer wall keeps her safe, it buries those traits so deep that a man can no longer feel them. And in losing that, she loses the very thing that made her attractive to him in the first place. If you found this video insightful, you might like another one on a similar topic. Click on the thumbnail to watch or keep exploring. Also, please comment, like, and subscribe to the channel.